150 megapixels. Let that sit for a second. We're not talking about a satellite imaging system or some lab prototype locked behind a government facility. We're talking about a camera you might actually be able to own. The GFX100 III is shaping up to be one of the most significant camera announcements in years, and the photography world is buzzing while the rest of the internet hasn't caught on yet. In this video, we're breaking down everything: the resolution jump, the autofocus overhaul, the connectivity upgrades, and the one honest truth you need to hear before you decide whether to wait for this thing or not. The GFX100 II has been sitting at the top of the medium format mountain for a couple of years now, and it earned that throne. 102 megapixels, color science that makes full-frame shooters genuinely jealous, and files so detailed you could wallpaper a building with them. But here's the thing about Fujifilm: they don't refresh cameras for the sake of a press release. When they move with purpose. The GFX100 III is reportedly targeting somewhere between 120 and 150 megapixels, which isn't just a spec bump, it's a category redefinition. Sony already has 150 megapixel medium format sensors running in industrial applications, which means the technology exists, and the only question left is when Fujifilm pulls it into something built for human hands. Here's where things get genuinely exciting for working photographers. The GFX100 II is a masterpiece for controlled, deliberate shooting, studio work, landscapes, portraits. But ask it to track a bird in flight or a subject moving unpredictably, and you'll quickly learn what crossing your fingers feels like professionally. The GFX100 III is expected to bring AI-driven subject recognition and real tracking performance, not quite matching the speed demons in the mirrorless full-frame world, but close enough that medium format finally stops being a liability when things get dynamic. Paired with a stacked sensor architecture that could push burst rates past 10 frames per second, the rolling shutter issues that have haunted fast shooting in this format are reportedly getting addressed in a serious way. Beyond the headline numbers, the practical upgrades are where the GFX100 III gets interesting for professionals who live in studios. The current EVF already sits at an impressive 9.44 million dots, but the next generation is expected to push into the 12 to 14 million dot range, the kind of viewfinder that stops feeling like a screen and starts feeling like a window. On the connectivity side, dual CF Express card slots, Wi-Fi 7 for faster wireless tethering, and 10 gigabit Ethernet for studio setups all point toward a camera that takes professional workflows seriously. That last one, 10 GBE tethering, might sound nerdy until you've sat waiting for a 150 megapixel RAW file to crawl across a gigabit connection. Most credible signals are pointing toward a late 2026 announcement, with shipping happening sometime in spring 2027, roughly 4 years after the GFX100 II, which lines up exactly with how Fujifilm has historically paced its major releases. Even Hasselblad recently announced their X2D2, notably not called the X3D, which tells you the industry knows something bigger is coming in the sensor generation, and they're positioning carefully around it. If you're a working professional who needs the absolute ceiling of image quality and can afford the timeline, waiting makes sense. If you need a camera right now, the GFX100 II is still a genuinely exceptional tool. It's not a compromise, it's a benchmark. Medium format is finally losing its excuses. Better speed, smarter autofocus, and 150 megapixels of resolution, the GFX100 III is being built to remove every barrier that kept people from going all the way. Whether you're waiting or already shooting, the real question is the same. Are you ready when medium format removes its last limitation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know where you're at. Like and subscribe if you want to stay ahead of releases like this one.